Good morning. Right, webcam today. It's unusual to do that, but for something like Final Fantasy XIV where there's a chat box, it's common decency to hide it by putting a webcam or a VTuber in the way. As I don't have a VTuber or even a PNG tuber yet, it's not something that I will be able to do right now. I got my second screen on this cloud. So, yes, it's been a while. Hope everyone's doing well. Well, been a while for webcam. Right. Let's get on and look at the show. Oh, I need to change the class back to something that's a bit stronger than my ninja, which is what I'm currently leveling up. Let's see. I could go OG and just be my most powerful class. Yeah. Right. Most people have done this quest. No one's hanging around here. This only went live on Tuesday. So when one door closes, Bashan has a message from Charlie. Ah, Lexor, one of my clerks is just here with a message for you. The students of Baldessian request your presence in Charlian at your earliest. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to Baldessian Annex at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Asjaya to the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives hit, there's still so much more for her to see. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. And he's gone. I wonder if he's going to be around the map in general now. Might look into that. Right. Head up to Old Charlie, my old stomping grounds. Oh, I'm just looking at the frame rate differences. Oh, it's guggy a little. The stream looks it's probably fine. It's just 30 FPS while I'm watching 60 on my actual monitor. Warm and hearty welcome to you, Lexor. Have you received our message? Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Oh, Kryl's got her hood down. Thank you for coming on such short notice. Forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void. Say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require a presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you'd be surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. And he would tell me that there is someone whom he wishes left to meet. He also mentioned that he would be oh, spicy god. Sorry, I'm eating something like pepperoni sticks as a snack at the moment, and partly breakfast. And oh, that one's spicy. He also mentioned that he'll be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? The potato walk and potato run is so weird. got to do main plot first, then do the Hildebrand quest. But the Hildebrand quest has a trial, I've been told, which looks good. There might be some interesting drops with that. Now then, where is Erenville? See. Let me just...
Erenville!
There we go. Go on to auto skip.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Oh, she's wearing the new earrings she found.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Those eyes are so big.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Right of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Then it for me.
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulja, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulja, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valiarmanda.
Ah, that's one that they
Tell
have
me
shown off
that
in the
doesn't
live
pique your interest.
City. I've heard about it before. From M itself.
So the tales have reached even these shores. Can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Actually, I might change what I run this as. Maybe save? Plenty of food. The game is afoot. Rahat here appears equal part bewildered and excited. Oh. Might be a normal cutscene again. I've got some food in my mouth. One moment. Ah, there you go. But, which is not to say. Oh. I've missed. What Gaha was saying. Chance to see not only Tyrell, but the favoured golden cities besides. This is stuff of grand adventure, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain which might be a suitable location for a hunt, however. When I was in the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isles of Ham, or Harm. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's because it's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance in identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle is afar, and we would also be helping those in. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tyrell. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must need some preparation. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I'll join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbour. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Been a while since I've used Phage. Ah, wow, I've got to go all the way down there. Okay. That's the closest point. I do know it is, I like to do Sage, but it's my base class for now. Just because I need to get used to it again, and it's a NPC fight, I believe. Wrong freaking here. We have to take a ship, and I've barely set a foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in secret. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you'll be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent. Please note, if you enter the battle associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Item level limit of 660. Well, that is the maximum you can get to right now. And that will be the maximum going. So, just in case I want to reach item level 760, playing it at a later date. Are you keen or? You boys?
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
Haha, such a cat.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in the city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studio.
He went to the studio? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
I've been away for a while,
He
Gaha.
consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Do I get to explore here without being in a dungeon? That'd be cool. Right.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that think to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
I don't know, I've got to very think about it. Sounds weird. Just have it put on the TV normally.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
My axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
The up area. Going to be a fighting party member. Not yet, anyway. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the ones who answered our petition? Wait, aren't you? Oh, Lexfor, the adventurer who saved our star. Would that our meeting was under better circumstances? I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
This was closed up. This wasn't a place in the actual dungeon. The adventurer comes to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. creature of unknown origins has been sighted in the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. Elves beyond the gate are the worst affected, we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find, and search for traces of beasts responsible for all of this. If you should find anything at all, we should be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
Oh, wow, showing off.
Is that all?
New warrior abilities.
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
You find ravished beast remains torn to shreds by sharp
These
talons.
claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Ah, over here. Find feathers that are scattered about the ground. Signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
There it is. Oh, droppings. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh.
Do you suppose they're upset with stuff they're hungry? Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Yeah, I can't jump down. Let me be able to jump down from here. Ah, no, I have to go through the gate. Let's see. Oh, what? What have I done?
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Ah, there we go, right. Accidentally put the,
What is that thing?
What is that thing? What is that thing?
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Waklamat.
there we go, that's probably a little better.
Right.
That's what I was trying to do.
just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
What time? That's wrong.
Talk all you like, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
He's gonna get pissed off by this, probably.
Shut up already, you blasted bird!
There we go.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
Oh! Get you treat the rescue features. Out of potential. I really got hit there.
Spread out, everyone.
Ah, Grahal's being a white mage.
Pay for that. Thank you.
I'll let him finish his attack. I don't know if that was the game doing the noise or that was my notification.
hardly a
So
tick.
that was my notification please. Are they doing the right wing while I was doing the left? Oh,
Nothing to it.
that was a nice
I
attack.
have you now, you loud bastard! Everything you have of this.
Might have to change some settings. down, that sort of thing. Put sound effects down, voices up, that sort of thing. Rebalance.
Barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks? Dirty tricks?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Paints itself with such a strong image, yet.
Leave this to me. Have at you!
Pigments are OP.
Cryle.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
Making an adjustment.
As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Oh.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
Oh, actually named realm.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tulihyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If father had this, he would have been in Turali.
Oh, what the hell happened there?
Or it bears a wax. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Hey, you're over 100 years old. You should not. Well, kinda. Weird timey-wimey bullshit. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. There we go. Right. With the wildlife pacified and the research safe, our task is complete. This just leaves a matter of Colibri meat. For better or worse, there's really one place we can take it here in Charlian. The last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up with it for us. After this, I've got I'm trying to think. I've got to do Hildebrand, Battery the Grand Endeavour, Mantle Weapon. I think there's something new in the Island Sanctuary. Actually, an update for that, so I'll pop into there. Oh, now there's a famished space if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Lexel? bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just a recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear?
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Go, right.
I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh god. The spice memes.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice. So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Oh, evil brother or something like that. Go be the next villain. Or sub-villain.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons, but this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment.
I can do that at the
But I
beginning of
will
next
need you if I'm to
expansion.
triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's
We'll be
very
staying there
kind
for
of you.
6 months.
Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Yes, I do mind. I want the meat. I was hoping for a bit more of a showcase from Trial, the first showing of a Picto monster in game. Oh, is it just Graha and Erenville around? Judging by Wuklamant's reaction, it appears Trial's cuisine isn't exactly fiery. Whether Wuklamant has much making some ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her though, is it for you and you alone to decide. Think on it. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner. I expect Her Highness needed to have a royal meal. Oh. Bring hand back. Go. I shall come by the annex till then. And I get critical hit. That's spell speed, critical hit, vitality, spell speed, demonstration, vitality, tenacity. The Baba Gomosh. I'll take that. The coming dawn. Rahat here is mulling over what you've learned of the Mud and her plan. Well, I dare say. I know you want. A lot of people want to get close, but not that close. I dare say we now have a fair grasp of the Mud situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider your invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numeron is bound to have some information on the continent. Sort of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy. Sorry about the mysterious land and unknown wonders here. I'm confident we'll find reports of no thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping from your mind. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. Going into the library. Level up all my equipment fully because I think most of it. That'll get up to 660 shortly. 660. Oh, my clothing is 660. A couple of 660 and a few 650s here. Can't unfortunately level that up. Can't have two of the same ring. friend went online last. They must have done this all last night. It's impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrell. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popato. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining trace their origins to the New World. There's a place that's known the most. The tale of this culinary imagination begins in the year 1498 and the 6th Astral Era, when a Lamentian sailor named Ketaraman successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. He spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encouraged the denizens of a sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. He would return to Tyrell several times, but during his first expedition he guarded the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Laminsa. Most notable of these was the potato, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty his expeditions to Tyrell. Many tantalising recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. Those outside his circle, Tyrell largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish a chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Every land has given to rise unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrell has no exception. Yet, while some of her creatures have become familiar sight in Eorzea, many more exist that are rarely seen on this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species, as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca? Oh, just alpaca, okay. Accustomed to Tyrell's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastskin has been domesticated seemingly 100, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable of beasts of burden. Talking too much makes me yawn when I'm reading. 5. This ferocious Galakin is native to the dense jungles of Tyrell. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilise their prodigious strength for manual labour. Given their immense size and power, it should come to no surprise that the Wyve is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand the Horned Brute's rampage. Balgomanda. Okay. Tyrell folklore holds this as bird-like creature in the mightiest of beasts, and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. I was told we have to fight that thing, though. Looking for materials on the calamity of fire. Do you know any of them? Oh. There's a big line in the sand. Geopolitics of Heidelberg. Let's begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tyrell. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches on both northern and southern hemispheres, and the difference immediately presents itself in the form of a climate variance. Shifts in the climate tend to be gentler when moving east to west, but harsher more moving north to south. Owing to this fact, longitude migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animal, or plants. A case in point is the Elegants, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsabard. Their movements would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Guardians. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another, the generation stymied by the climate, none could make greater headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those who thrived in open plains could not pierce deadly jungle. Such was the way of it until the leader of the Mamorja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given land divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly it is a testament to the Vortak's greatness. Last book. The origins of the blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and seeking to cultivate spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, it was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most thrilling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon and the tribe's sacred ground. It is so named for the Beryllium deposit that wells up on the surface, turning the entire canyon bright blue. Under Jarman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this colour, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is that the significance it holds the Wallaki. Yet I cannot think of a name whose more fitting to honour the people of whom this noble magic was born. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tural, you are somewhat better informed with the potential destination. Grahat here will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with a reference page. That's why there's probably a few people around here. Got the Grahat. The library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there were a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tural, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information to consider here and there. Come, let's continue. Just outside, the marmots who not take kindly to chatter. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impression. I couldn't help but notice that we've read the same... I just need to... Oh. Among them, did you find anything in particular that piqued your interest? Photos, have you found appreciation of them? As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving popatos. As they keep well, they were fluent to sailors and was the same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Riosia. Books also mention the method of preservation. These popatos were repeatedly frozen and dried. The resultant product was apparently used by people in mountainous regions. I should like to sample that dish one day. That and all the unique cuisine of the vast continent. Eat the taco. But moving on, did you chance learn any aught about the fauna of Tyrell, given your adventure's background. I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpaca wives, Valgramant alpacas. As yes, the alpaca, in addition to serving the beasts of burden, they provide clothing and, well, people by the way of their lush fleece. They are especially prized by mountain tribes who hold certain rare specimens sacred. That'll probably be a tribal quest of mount. What? I thought I had familiar voices. Oh, hey! Goodness. Fancy running into here? Oh well, have some research of your own to do. Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that would benefit the Guardian people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Raz at hand, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history how neighbours of different races and ideologies might engage with one another. And one of you two, what endeavours bring you here this day? We're going to Tyrell. Just catching them up off screen. Nation comprised of death. Barrack peoples of Tyrell. Dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Gulirasau ourselves. Contested select forth, the only one allowed to help with the mat. There's no mention of such restrictions as I recall. To the contrary, Wicklemat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Apano. We have planning to do. How do they wait? But team, our plans have changed. You'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. City of Scholars. Movie. I reckon the other scions, the ones I haven't spoken to this point, might be working for one of the other siblings. I bet it's didn't just happen.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wicklemat's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. New adventure. I was hoping for, like... Everett Selk said that it was worth exploring.
Ha! I thought you might say that.
Oh. I did promise to take you with me.
With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, There will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
You're just quoting Heidelin now.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Oh. Good planning. You get to bring up the promise we made, right? What are you doing, you Frankrid? Go back to your rogue abilities there. Welcome back, Lexport. If you're looking for Clement, she is currently with the others in her chambers. Like I can fetch them for you. Yeah. But please wait in the main hall. Yeah, I'm not putting the camera back on because it could easily be another cutscene. That's a known map. We're now expanding off of it.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
So this looks like my team.
Alpha no, Alize! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenor earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklemat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Oh yeah.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that!
First impressions last.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
You're coming with us.
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Oh, you're staying.
But, Raha...
At least for now. You're in the opening, so you can't not come along.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Oh, there's the updated map on the wall. Even though it looked much smaller than
There.
what the company got up. Oh, a smaller map.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
There's a lot more around that's covered by clouds, like down in the south there. Never really got to fully explore the Isobal continent, that one in the middle, that's covered in clouds completely. You could have used a better image quality for that, especially the zoom in. So that's what the graphical update's for. Ability sequence now. Yep, and all officially ended. All the patches are done. Nice artwork. I'm going to keep it going for this artwork. Nice image of Pride. We've got to see where wield that though. Okay, all the fangirls. That's all the fangirls there. The fanboys. Mapping way, yeah. Let's see, I do it. Daddy Pancreas. I'll put Worm. I'm going to get some of the names. Zoltar, hey, Tataru. Did go back to her grand endeavour. Say your name because spoilers. It's just artwork for an orc in general then. This asshole. Oh, there's no picture of Zero. The shield's massively important to the patch. Ah, here's the patch story stuff. Just going to one of these caps. Oh, we're showing the artwork for Zero. fan favourite character, and everyone will hope you'll be able to continue on through that game. Appreciate her story arc is now over. Still. There's no way it can come back. Yeah, everyone knows that scene. So that's something somewhat out of character. What do I do first? Ataru's Grand Endeavour or Hildebrand? I kind of want to do Hildebrand. Atmos you created. That's what it means, Gaggy Mode. Can't remember her name. I'm not sure. Shall I continue on? I'm going to bring my face cam back. But why not? The first picture of Zero we get is the back of her head. There she is. I'm good. Oh! He's gonna see. He does look it well. Gonna skip now. As you wonder about your passage to Terrell, Erenville will arrange a ship through his guild. Need only worry about your own preparation. Speaking of which, you take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well with becoming adventurer. Rugged. Now, I'm not sure where your departure will be, but rest assured, I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. getting cutscene. Meanwhile, in Limsa Laminsa.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
He's just going there on his own volition. Well, in Old Charlian.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Ah, Emmett.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offord's north?
I've just done that and that.
The fabled golden cities of the New World.
That's next. You can't be done. You've not even finished to explore your own planet. You saved the world. There's still so much to learn. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventures nigh. Row forth to break horizons bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Okay, there we go. Big cat boy right there. Fancy hair. And where's the backpack? Everyone's been wanting this for while. That's good food. I can hand up bar. It's not a naval auto like automatically on. Right. So main story's done. Razzatan. Let's finish off the Hildebrand quest. Over here. There he is. Of duplicity and duplication. Ilion is ready to embark on his latest investigation. Alekor, you've just in time to assist with my latest fact-finding expedition. Our recent foray into Charlian revealed that Cuckoo's friend was in the company of Danish alchemists, yes. As such, I was inspired to do some preliminary legwork here, in fact here. I contacted my usual sources in local sightings of alien phenomena, but alas, they had none to share. I have just switched tactics and decided to track down the alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have turned the tale of the apothecary bold enough to set up shop in the Garlean battlefield. The Inspector and the others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet have found no leads here in the city or at the Great Work. I believe they've moved their investigation to Yoldamad, so I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot have this little blue man muddying the waters when we're so close to grasping his master's plan. Oh, okay. Now. There we go. Where are they? Ha! Here, Nashu, Pupu, Hildebrand, and Brandy Hild. Virtual fighter character. Well, my friend's an expeditional individual capable of astounding feats that I could never accomplish without the help of my starship's equipment. What else can you tell us about the long-lost comrade, Master Pupu? Port Town would be an excellent place for analysis of global trading trends. I see you two of your eager as ever to observe my intellectual genius at work. The long-term fans are often most ardent. Window back. As a matter of fact, we were just about to continue our investigation into the alchemists we know who have been trapped in the Master Pupu comrade. I mean, that is to say, I'm merely following in Inspector's wake. You need to be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandy Hild. It's wrong of me to report myself as an equal to you in all in any respect, for I am but a copy, a flawed one at that. Utter nonsense. Oh, not. Self-deprecation is unbecoming in a mandible man. Exactly, the things you can do are amazing. Oh, I don't know about that. But you who saved us all from a certain doom, was it not? Whilst not quite as altruist as mine, your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective. Kind of you to accept me, rough edges and all. I only hope my meagre contributions are of some sort. To multiply half, I'd say the mental facilities far surpass those of the original. That's enough chin wagging amongst ourselves. I think let us spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary. Let's Yes, I know the one of whom you speak. A fellow fisherman told me of a friend of his, an apothecary, set off for war-torn Garlemald to sell his merchandise. A reckless fool, if you ask me. I've no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it. If so, I suggest you head to that place and hear the tale for yourself. Look for a red-haired lad and gathering shellfish. By emulating Inspector Hildebrand's cavalier attitude, I could be greater use in our investigation. Inspector Brandyhild is possessed by a brilliant mind. Who are willing to work for the family group and employ him in a heartbeat. Do I know of apothecarians in the Raz at hand? Of course, more than I can count. I've not heard of tell of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. Seems like a terrible idea to me. What with civil war raging and the world almost ending, the situation's improved in recent days, but even so, the raging host still has to provide security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant trading there alone? Impossible. And I should have stayed up there. So zoomed in. I know of many merchants who travel abroad to ply their wares, but none who have business in Garlemald. You'd have to be mad or desperate indeed to consider setting up shop in that troubled land. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement with the Guardians, but it's still not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and open a street stall. What? I get the T-Rex. How fares your inquiries? Inspector Brandyhild, lucky man of quality. I like that shoot. They're so love it. Everyone here is these plot lines is good. Lexwar, hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine. Oh ho, a good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Then let us gather the troops and pay a visit to the fallacious fisherman. Of my apothecary friend. Oh, you must mean Vassalparaf. Well, I was near enough calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. He comes from a very poor family and growing up, never had much in the way of money or possession. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at succession of trade, he decided alchemy would earn him the most skill, but his stock never sold as well as he hoped. Though when he heard about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely, the Middle War was the best place to sell medicine? More than the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on his Garlemald venture, but while one would have experienced some in return, expected him to return lamenting his ill fortunes, he practically euphoric when I saw him again. God's given blessing he'd found in the snow fields had given him much cause to celebrate. He said he'd learned how to create gold. I must admit, I laughed at first. But then he showed me a gleaming mountain of the stuff, enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Van Hoody, a word which brings in mind the bounty of the divine. name I have heard. He's a rising star in the markets, is he not? One snapping up commercial ventures left and right. Yes, Van Hoody has certainly made his ambitions known here in Fafnir, especially when he attempts to purchase the entire port of Yildimad. The dockmaster declined to sell, of course, but when he comes to buying historic landmarks, the bottomless purse can open surprising doors. Last I heard, he convinced the gilded Aria into private abode, been filling it with every rare treasure his gold can secure. He pays out particularly large sums for artworks depicting the goddess Azura. Yet I remember him being a reverent worshipper of hers, even as a child. I've encountered as much Mansura and Morgilimor in Razahai. I recall no mention of this Azura. Well, that's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she is not well loved by the common folk. Rasaraf is different though. He sees her life as a constant battle amass weather, to amass wealth, and it is to Azura whom he prays for victory. And damn me, if she didn't listen. The once poor boy became merchant royalty, a man far too rich and important now to afford more than fleeting moments for a simple fisherman, even though who were once dear friends. Will you excuse me? I must leave it at that. These claims won't sell themselves, you know. Oh, claims clams. Takes a little too small for the distance. How about this, eh? Sought out after apothecary and the upstart merchant prince, but were once in the same. Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupants? Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the hero who helped us when folk were turning into beasts? Well, some nasty-looking creature just showed up outside town. One of our guards went to confront it, but didn't like the odds against that thing. This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildrand. Come, friends, let us investigate forthwith. Lotterit in the back, not Lotterit. Lapel in the background is Nashu's stalker. Oh god, this thing. I thought you destroyed that monster. I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he has proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times must we teach you the same lesson, shiny skull man? Preluga. Lesson? What are you on about? Bah, cease this babbling, get out of my way. Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule. Van Hoody? The merchant who tried to buy Ilimad? So he put you up to this. Curses, how did you manage to deduce our dastardly plan? You just blurted it out. Silence! No one who learns our scheme can be suffered to live. Perhaps to be squashed, meddlesome worms. I got that. I thought... Oh. Be more sinister skullmen. Up to a quadruplet? Let's heal his ransom up. Bubba? I thought that was Hildebrand's dad. vexatious vermin. This will soften you up. Ah, a lucky hit. One last pitch. Baseball. Heavy hitter special. I've done that a few times in Hildebrand patch. Or Hillside Quest. But that was my fastball! Come to expect Father's sudden appearance, but what brought you here, Mother? A proposition from the merchant Van Hoody, as a matter of fact. I'm accompanying your dad as a manager of Mandeville, and we just on our way to the bloke's mansion. I've already refused Master Van Hoody once before, where he tried to buy out our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. Quite an attractive offer, considering the fine jewellery is our stock in trade, and we thought to at least listen to his proposal. But he would purposely command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public court. We can't do business with a bug like that, absolutely not. These lackeys come from in the first place? They are hulking, weaponized brute, manufacturing around here somewhere. As I suspected, my ship's vaporization beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter. So you can copy inorganic materials as well. Interesting. Once the matter duplication facility has analysed an object's molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. Yet it cannot create matter for nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to take the process. Cool, you sure do know a lot about a lot, Inspector Brandyhill, even alien starships. It's no great achievement. As I've mentioned, the gap in my knowledge is were patched with data from the starship's own archives, which included the vessel's full schematics and functions. Assuming I understand this correctly, it is possible that Van Hoody is using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold. We share the same suspicion, Master Dillian. To my knowledge, no other methods exist that can reliably produce precious metals. Of course, here's the obvious conclusion. That being the case, one might further assume that Van Hoody is either threatening to deceive Master Poo-Poo's comrades in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Of course, our course of action is clear. We march right up to the gold spawning's front door and demand the release of his extraterrestrial hostage. Words. Reading out loud is never my strong point. I was hesitant to put stock in the unsavoury rumours I've heard, but this unprovoked attack on the port would seem to be incontrovertible proof of Bandu's affinity. Right. See you, Lexor. And good to see you keeping company with our darling boy. Lucky lad's a new friend of yours. Move off the edges and he'd be the spitting image of our Hildy. Talk of threats and deceit has me worries. Vector's mother is as monstrously strong as the Mandible men, except that doesn't make any sense. I'm given to understand that while identical in appearance, the craft belongs to Master Poo-Poo's comrade is equipped with more advanced technology. That was a smashing hit, Lexwar. We must confront the malicious merchant at once. If your heart set on confrontation, you must as well come with us. Van Hoody's invitation includes a private airship flight to his new estate. Aye, we still need to formally reject his deal anyway, and his pilot will be waiting. Forget, gentleman at heart. Godbert is ready to lead you to Van Hoody's waiting pilot. Shall we be on our way? We'll meet Van Hoody's pilot atop the rise just south of Kadia's footsteps. One of the onion. I think this is the egg. Can't remember which one this is. Eggplant night. Okay. There's like onion prints and garlic jesters and eggplant. Lady Julian. And entourage? Pray excuse us, our presumptuousness. My son and his companions insisted they come along, desperate as they were to meet the illustrious Master Van Hoody. I see, one moment if you please. Van Hoody should be glad to welcome you to his home. Pray step aboard and I shall take you there directly. The hell is all this? Feel like a tower of a mott application there. Welcome on, guest, to my humble abode. I trust you views to your liking. Since you have travelled all the way from distant Aldar, a pleasant backdrop to our talks was the least I could provide. And what an unexpected boon this is! I had been debating whether to extend your personal invitation, but now here you are, like a wish come true. Hope you act for the magistrates, Van Hoody. We know your secret to your ill-gotten gold. You will cease the exploitation of alien technology and release your hostage into the care of Master Poo-Poo at once. Unraveled by all my schemes, have you? Good. I didn't waste my breath on tedious explanations then. Master Poo-Poo, I presume. I do have his fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting their technology, I freely admit to duplicating quite frankly obscene amounts of gold. But that was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapon would not the world itself be yours for the taking? Let us go straight to the point. I want you at my side. Haunted warrior of light, as a template for my clone army. We could conquer this and every other land in creation. I refuse, categorically and empathetically. That's not a bad idea, actually. Haha, splendid jest, my friend. Splendid and not at all indicative of suppressed megalomaniacal ambitions, yes? Of course it was. Our redoubtable Lexforth would never dream of accepting such a contemptible proposal. A pity, yet I anticipated you would prove an words. I can think it out loud. I can think it, but I can't say it. Impediment of my ascension. Yes, it seems the time has come to test Ruger's ritual of manifestation. All was prepared long in advance for your coming. This tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I had but to clone myself after all. After all, who is more devoted to my cause, and my goddess, than me? Let me create a tower of knots. To summon a tribal. Divine Azura, take up thy blades and wage war upon thy earthly rival. Hildebrand, against the primal, we may be more hindrance than help. We dare not remain within fear of influence. I need to grab a drink a bit. Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal. Everyone has to run away because they're not protected from these summoned creatures. Trial time. What will they be? save while that. Oh, maybe a bit of structure. Okay. See how long I have to wait.
And on battle I cry. Have you the courage and strength to face me? Will you dodge or will you bleed? me your steel.
I don't know if it happens.
Behold the six-fold blade.
We need to remember. Right to the end.
The face of battle is ever-changing. Joyful is your downfall. I will scatter your bones. Will you dodge or will you bleed? You've no time to blink. Show me your steel.
Okay, this is not bad. There we go. What kind of drops does it here? I assume or if she's got that music. Oh, no drops. Okay. Oh. Ah. No commendations for anyone. No one wants to wait because there's nothing worth waiting. No mount, minion. Oh, that's okay. Good show, Elector. Good team, you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. Even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing Radiant Host of that despicable Bandu's wrongdoings. Fine, Ashura. Defeated. Turn the wheel. We flee for now. Who is flying the starship without my permission? That treasure is mine and mine alone. Called your vessel, Master Poop? No, I did not. It's my friend's ship. last, the moment of reunion is at hand. No relief. Likewise, my friend. But why did you open fire on the airship? Did that man help you after your crash? He did at first. He pulled from the wreckage and saw to it that my vessel was repaired. In return, I replicated whatever trinket he desired, and taught him the basic of starship technology, but that resolved to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected by one of his star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ship, flew me out of the jungle, and there left me to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction, and then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience has led me to conclude that the dominant life forms here are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited to peaceful cohabitation. Let's launch a full-scale invasion. It is our only way to guarantee our survival. Oh no, they are not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they're all smiles until that they laser you in the back. We have to strike first before they show their true colours. Ship's reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized, and we're all in the vicinity. Think, damn it. Think, if I'm to stop the explosion, I need to traverse the considerable distance of the starship, but I can conceive of no logical solution. If there's no logical solution, illogical solutions will work. Hill, you must employ my father's mightiest move to propel me to the vessel. I too have calculated that Lord Godbert's ignition techniques are our only means of achieving sufficient propulsion. Yet there is a flaw to your proposal. I lack the strength to properly perform the throw, and I have no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildebrand, it is you who must fling me. That only a mandrill can. God damn it, I lost my grip. Trajectory and velocity, the correct shift in posture should generate enough lift and positional motion to... Yes, I can still make it. reactor is going critical. There's only one way to save the day. Our brief time together was more than any defective clones could ask for. Be well, my friends. This is closed for Inspector Bradfield. Nay, my loyal assistant, as a chip off the old gentleman, our dear Brandy Hild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again, mark my words. Rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you. High-intensity plasma blasts. At the cost of one of your own. If only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness, but alas. There is naught to forgive. With his blocky constitution, Inspector Brandyhild will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Poo-Poo, you are a friend of ours, and what are we, a few minor plasma burns amongst friends, eh? Our home planet is lost in the phenomenon you call the final days. We survived only because we were away exploring the cosmos at the time. Our explorations, which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to a search for a safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on a suitable refuge we could find. Whether it was populated or not, if the native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully alongside them. If not, then we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So it was that I arrived in your miraculous planet, lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos. I blundered into a mundane war zone, where I was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest of you already know, having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here with my communications and received no answer. That was when I met you, Inspector Hildebrand. Those touched by the despair of final days are reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, it would seem that in a sense we fell prey to despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with your generous people brought me to my senses, an outcome to which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there is nowhere else for us to go. Would it be too much to ask for us to live here, on your star? Well, of course, you must stay. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel. Not again. Wait for me. Oh, never a dull moment around our Hildebrand. At least we needn't worry if the ship crashes. Not with impervious Mandavillian on board. Oh, funny you should mention that. Upon review of Mandeville family tree, it was made clear that the all without heirs of his own past are named to an adopted child several generations ago. Are you saying that you and your son are not direct descendants of Godbrand, the alien progenitor of the Mandeville line? Then how do you explain your unusual sturdiness? When it comes to building strength and perfecting gentlemanly technique, it's not one's lineage which matters, but rather unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Godbrand's bloodline be broken, House Mandeville shall live on through us. The goggled boy can't swallow that explanation. I've also heard talk of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could be that you and Hildy's tapped into the cosmic essence. Oh, if that's the case, then you must be possibly swimming in it, my dear. Everything appears to be under control here, so let us return to the city, shall we? Once more do I find myself... once more do I find myself hurling at superlative speed towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Thanks to enlightening conversation with Master Poo-Poo, on the way back I believe we have the answers you require to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. I trust the endeavour yet holds your interest. Pray inform Master Geralt of your willingness to assist. My hammer and I shall make all haste to the High Crucible. And with that, I bid you good day. Thank you for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and his blocky lad will be back for more cases before you know it. Still got to get the BB storyline finished. Well, not finished, but come back. Gone above and beyond for us, Lexforth. So I'd like you to have that one replicated starship we made. It doesn't have the duplication facility of other such technologies on board, but it will carry you through the skies. Use this key to call it whenever you wish. Oh, shit. End credit scene. Alien blood never flowed in their veins. Their source of strength, enigma remains. Dynastic folk, their clothing bespoke, a gentlemanly family in good house Mandeville. The true inspector is born from the heart. La 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 la. I'll go 60. La 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 la. Shala, dee da dee da 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 da. Hildebrand will return in inconceivable, even more Hildebrand adventures. This isn't the lapel that's Oh no, it is. Ominous. So, identified flying gentleman. That's kind of cool. And beyond's now gone. Right. Time to pop down and rate best weapon in game so far. Upon completing the quest, resonating with perfection, you'll receive a mandible weapon of the Machinist. Please ensure you have changed your desired job before speaking to your ult. I hear Godbert's finally figured out how to perfect his alien weaponry. That bleeding time, eh? You shall inform his lordship that you are eager to begin. Last Letfall, yet our arduous yet most rewarding weapon-scooping journey is finally in sight. And a bloody expensive journey it's been. That's why I'm here, not as a dutiful wife or doting mother, but as a concerned senior partner of Mandeville and Mandeville. Our company's footed the bill of all sorts with an extravagant materials and expert assistance. Not to mention the rent we're paying for these high crucible facilities. Even if this is the final stage of the process, it's only one Mandeville weapon out of how sodding many? Our side business in replica weapons ain't exactly booming either, so I reckoned I needed to come and gauge the value to continue the venture with my own two eyes. So let us offer our full cooperation to my wife, business partner, as she oversees proceedings. Now there's a sight, seeing his lordship lost his cockspur composure. What happened, Godbert? Weren't you telling me how your ridiculous wealth made you free to craft whatever you please? I feel my best behaviour if I were you. After all, your considerable remuneration is one of the main expenditures Lady Julian will be scrutinising. Let us move on to the topic of augmentation, shall we? Unsurprisingly, the key to perfect weaponry lies in the application of the perfect foil, a substance known as ultramandeville. This superlative lubricant will serve to maximise ethereal conductivity, again with the creepy oils. And as one might have predicted, the Ultramanville's main ingredient is derived from yet another incredibly rare material, cosmic crystallite. When it came to the method of extracting said ingredient from the meteorite, however, my ancestor relic was conspicuously devoid of instruction. Thus did I consult with Master Bufu. Thanks to his encyclopedic knowledge of alien civilization, he was able to furnish me with the requisite technique. I must say, it's a rather unorthodox process, and one I cannot repeat alone. It shall necessitate the involvement of everyone present. I don't like the sound of that. What foolish nonsense are you immediately voiced upon us this time? Oh, nothing too terribly taxing, I assure you. All shall be explained in due course. Ere we begin, we must tend to the tedious chore of procuring crafting materials. Therefore, if you would acquire the crystallite through our usual tombstone-hungry vendor. You'll require 3 godly chunks, one for the ore's main ingredient and the other to reshape the weapon itself. Yet I shall warn you that these advanced mantle techniques will not only enhance your armament's properties, but also greatly alter its appearance. In anticipation of such wondrous transformation, let us hurry to our task. Luckily, I've already got enough tombstones. The currency. The hammering continues, man for weapon. I have enough currency to actually. I just need it now. Buy it. These all to do the trick. I'll grab his lordship and we can get to work. Thank you for your untrying efforts, Lector. These acquisitions are most demanding, I know, but we could not proceed without them. Crystal light of this type is said to have mystical properties. It's every mote infused with aether from its journey across the cosmos. We'll use Godbrand's techniques to harness it, condense the cosmic energy, and we may extract a single concentrated drop. This precious liquid is the heart and soul of our Ultramanville coating. Oh, that's bloody fascinating and all, but would you explain the goddamn technique already? Mean to have us fighting this time? Meditating? Dancing, my good man. We shall perform the traditional dance of House Manville together. In his search for viable methods, Godbrand's failed to extract the crystallite. Their ethereal essence innumerable times. Frustrated beyond measure, he eventually contacted a friend on the far-off star to ask for advice. Thus did he learn the theory of compromising the crystallized energies by bombarding it with a specific etheric waveform, much like squeezing a lemon. An inspired Godbrand then returned to work, and he experimented with generating waveform physical movement. One particular choreography provided the perfect resonance, and lo, the trademark mantle undulations were born. Excuse me. Oh, and so it happens, the far-off star in questioning was the homeworld of our own Master Bufu. Was it he and I that recognised the familiar resonating properties of our gentlemanly dance and allowed us to rediscover the extraction process? it up in all fancy words all you want, but I ain't swallowing this ridiculous shite. You think you can extract mineral essence with your daft dancing? Well, count me out. I've come to a strictly observational role, so no dancing for me neither. If you both so wish, you shall perform the extraction without you. As for you, Lexmore, your role shall be most crucial. I should like you to hold the crystalline and catch the quintessence as it falls. This has been around since Realm Reborn dance. Hey, those are chocobo shites. Dance lacks sufficient intensity. Oh, for the love of fine. Dramatic music of hope and overcoming adversity, and yet it's not. Oh, Kingdom Hearts death. It's a bloody miracle. Resonance is not strong enough. Quest for the best weapon in the game. Force people to play the Hildebrand storyline. Bizarre, our combined performance did the trick. Master Geralt, and I will take it from here. Let us prepare the vial of Ultramandeville and proceed with the final augmentation. Aye, you're about to witness a peak of craftsmanship. The Ultramandeville coating. As with the prior stage, the final composition of the ore's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's properties. I shall need you to take a moment and consider which qualities you value most in your weaponry. Okay, so direct hit, critical hits, yeah. Direct hits. Okay, skill speed. But skill speed doesn't it shall be. I just need to choose, like, buy another one and I can just leave. That's what I need. What if I can patch exterior? Behold, let's walk. The work is done. Perfected art of dedicated artisans. The mandible revolver. Mandible. The future is tangible reward for all our toil and sacrifice. It's a grand sight, alright. Fighting marmots, drinking weird booze, and dancing weird jigs in an odd bloody way to forge a weapon. But you can't argue with the end result. There is, in fact, one other favourable consequence of finishing our project. My family's relic contains the appearance of a locked recording, and what if Master Boo tells me is correct, our completed mandible weaponry could serve as a key to opening it. Shall we give it a try? Mandible weapon, target N. So now I need to complete all the other weapons. Ah, excellent. It would seem the relic has responded to your armament. Let us commence the viewing. If you're watching this recording, then I must assume you have successfully brought the mandible weaponry to its completed stage. Allow me to share some of my philosophy that went into weapons creation. As I explained in the previous story, the many worlds upon which we Mandibilians reside were laid to waste in an inexplicable catastrophe. Final days, one must imagine. Peace reigns upon this star for now, but we can never know when or what manner of chaos might threaten our tranquil lives. Thus did I endeavour to forge armaments with the power to repel any threat, no matter how dire. However, in the wrong hands, such powerful weapons may exacerbate the very problem they were created to solve. Sadly, my long search for worthy wielders, those possessed of both material excellence and unyielding moral fortitude, has failed. I am left with no choice but to destroy my triumphant works. That explains how you lost the originals, eh? The hope for deserving hero will one day emerge. I have decided to leave the secrets of the manufacturing to my heirs. By necessity, the process must be redirected, rendered cryptic, lest these potent armaments be too readily obtained. The fact that you were watching this proves that you had the wisdom to pierce my elaborate obfuscations and the discipline to retrace the grueling steps of my smithing saga. I have faith in your judgment. Do what is just and entrust the mandible weaponry to those who champion their ideals of peace. Just ends there. Okay then. Now, gratifying to know that my motives were aligned with those of my ancestors. It was my own experience of the final days which moved me to recreate the mandible weapons and put them in a heroic hand such as yours. And 'tis more gratifying still that we should succeed in the task which Godbrand himself set for his descendants. I thank you all for your valuable contribution. I'll admit, it was a bit of a shock to hear he was crafting alien designs, but you hired the right smith for the job. No, the job isn't over yet, yes? There are still many weapons variants we have yet left to reforge. I know, I don't get your bloody small clothes in a twist. I'll stick around until the last blow is hammered. Tradition of Ultramandible essence, I must ask that you call upon the assistance of the High Crucible Alchemists. Matters not who performs the dance, as long as they do so with gentlemanly perfection and aplomb. Clear to me now that the Mandible weapons, more than just a pet project, they're an investment in the future of our world. Do you have any permission to keep up on the books as an official Mandible enterprise? Oh, that's a relief. It would be difficult to cover these expenses with my weekly entertainment budget. That settled, we can continue as before. Our most excellent house Mandible artisan shall handle requests to perfect other weapons in your possession. Meanwhile, our resident expert alchemist will assist with adjusting weapon properties, assuming you supply the required crystallite components. All in all, this has been the most satisfying experience. So thanks again, and to look to our next mutually beneficial encounter. Assault. Oh. So, 665. Okay, that's a big jump. What changes with dying? Let me just... I want to try and zoom in. Ah, so the gun colour itself changes. I was being obedient, but that might be the next step. Can't attach any materia, but wrong weapon. Still need things off Google, the Namazoo, sorry, and operate from the completion. These are tribal quests, and realm rewards like the Exalt and Saccharin. It's just limited to how many you can do a day, so it takes a few weeks to get them to completion. I've got back. Ha! Those wild raw. A weird bug, which they have to be fixed where you sit down and draw at the same time. So create a macro for that, and now it glows even when it's stowed. The other weapon like now. island sanctuary. Test out UFO and listen to this. Aha. Ah, it's the end sequence. Curious, just a bleeping has a ring of finality to it. Contact from Mistress Taru. She sends word that she is presently on her way with a final group of visitors. Whoever they are, I've no doubt that we shall find our sanctuary more than satisfactory. Having been so honoured by the Admiral, practically guaranteed it. Now pray make for Western Inlet with haste and haste. I've kept you waiting, Lector. Oh, it's Julius. Skip our intrusion. Julius Prime Nombra Vanus, reporting for recreation. I thought it best we not arrive in uniform, but these are my comrades of the First Legion. They have been labouring daily to ensure that Guardian community needs are met. Flattering invitation came as a surprise to all of us, but, well, do you remember how we insisted the twins take proper leave for their duties in Garlemald? They informed the Ishgard contingent of their impending departure, of course, and apparently the news travelled fast. Specifically to Emelian and Thicard. According to Lucia, they were uncomfortably allied in their insistence that the Argalian comrades needed a vacation above anyone. Knowing full well the relaxation to be found on your island, they wasted no time in hatching a plan to ensure the Guardian community most indefinitely workers benefited from such pleasurable environs. Thus we lured out Julius and his contingent, and by Emelian's airship, Sicard's swiftest vessel, and my wee little rowboat delivered our fine guest to your lovely island. We had our reservations at first, but we could not, in good conscience, refuse such a generous offer. So here we are, vacationing. That's the spirit. Now, what would you like to do? Lounge on the beach, soak in the greenery, tour the island's landmarks? What do you think? Let's stroll through the wild. Bad idea. Looks of it, the island's wilderness seems plentiful enough to get lost in. Mountains, forests, and no doubt rivers. I can think of no better place to undergo survival training. All his willingness to humour us, something tells us he is not a practiced vacationer. How about we pay a visit to Lector Mammoth? You can see the sort of work they get up to, and even you try your hand at some of their tasks if you do choose. Keep crops on the island. Art and cultivation has been passed down in my family for generations, so I'd be happy to tend the fields. I have some experience in caring for animals. My mother and father were once farmhands, so I have fond memories of learning the trade. My family once made good business in forestry, from logging to splitting firewood. I'm your man. The Guardians are an agricultural people first and foremost. Even after we were driven north, we found arable land and nurtured fields with enough crops to spare for livestock. What's more, before beryllium and iron, relied upon lumber to build our houses and heat our hearths. Till our parents' and grandparents' time, most of us led simple lives in simple homes, not unlike those we found abandoned in Lapis Manalis. That's so. I say, I hadn't anticipated such enthusiasm for agriculture. I'm glad to hear it. Seems the island is in good hands. Shall we head for the hideaway? Allow us to lead the way. Foreclosure to the Guardian spotlight, but that's still ongoing. Just that the start of rebuilding. Anything going on with Frederick? It's just sort of keeping itself running now, essentially. I hope they find a good change of pace. Compared to Garlemald of recent times, this tropical paradise offers far more in the way of... I forgot about my tropical gifts. I prepared some garments for Julius and the others, but I entirely forgot to present them once we arrived. We can still catch up to them though. You'll help me deliver them, won't you? I'll give you the outfits for Julius. His quiet friends and trapping lads with a love of lumber. You can leave the others to me. Let's meet back here afterwards. Over here then. Oh, it's Julie. Straight away found Julie. Oh, next one. We were just talking about you. Is it true you built all this from nothing? For someone who was raised in the capital and joined the military directly after graduation, I'm not possessed of the same skills as others in my contingent. I find your work here truly impressive. I wasn't sure what jobs were available on the island like this, so I've been having the Marmonts explain the operation here so as we tour the facility. Garments? I thought my civilian attire suitable for such recreation ventures, but perhaps not. Still, this is unbelievably light. Quite the far cry from our hefty uniform. We'll find somewhere to change. Extend Tataru our thanks, Wood. Here, Manius. Have you let properly introduced? Aye, we had occasion to speak some time ago. Ah, Victor Spoils, as I recall. Though you were trailing a tiny chocobo at the time, not to mention that spider-like communicator. Never seen more curious piece of magitech. There I am, graveside, and it starts spouting philosophical queries at me. I remember this. Tiny chocobo and the philosophical magitech. Sure you weren't dreaming? Of course I wasn't dreaming. I'm not like some of us who are drifting off during lectures and start loudly scolding our kid siblings asleep. It was one time. Let me live it down already. If I don't keep you elite ass humble, who will? You're stuck with me, Julius. Foods being grown. hello there. I was just on my way to gather some wood with this varmint. Tropical attire for me? Young miss are most generous hosts. I shall look forward to changing into this upon my return. For now, the wild's cool. If training under Lord Quintus all those years left me anything, it is confidence to overcome any hardship. I dare say, feeling a few trees provides relaxing comparison. Managed to catch up to the others. How did you fare? Wonderful. With their new tropical wear, hopefully they will stay with all the more comfort. Now then, while I guess enjoy their activities, we should make preparations for a meal. Working outside in the fresh air is bound to whet the appetite. Don't you think? We could have a wonderful little party on the beach when they return. Do in town. Ah, so your casual version of the song. No? Be here, now, like this, after so much has happened. First the death of Emperor Solus, then Emperor Varus was assassinated, and like we knew it was pushed straight into the abyss. How blind we were, and how heavy a price we paid for it. In our ignorance, we fed the fires of our conflict, and gave rise to anima, and lost everything we held dear, our friends, our families. The Isabel contingent arrived in the midst of that chaos to save us from ourselves, but the damage was already done. Countless were tempted that night, myself included. Yet that wasn't the end. You and your allies found a cure and roused us from that waking nightmare. Into another, scorching sky, our stars being ravaged by the final days. What was left after such a calamity? A mountain of problems, heaped like the rubble in our capital. We didn't even know where to start picking up the pieces. And then along came Alpino and Dalazay. The Hanish Satrap, and Zero, of course. There she came, befriended us, and then left as suddenly as she arrived. That's how life is, isn't it? One unpredictable thing after the next. Time passing in an inexorable flow. And it is through the ups and downs of each passing day that I finally realise something. Honestly, it's so obvious, I could laugh. Every beginning has an end. We are destined to experience loss, all of us. Yet it's the same combination of these endings that builds a future. finished reporting our progress to your mammoths and indicated where they might easily reach tasks if you were interested. This was just what we needed, thank you. And no doubt, the remembering our stay here will make us even cold this night seem a little warmer. I'd hope to express our thanks in a material manner, but seeing as we're still reliant upon the goodwill of our nation, I'm afraid the labour we provided is the most we can offer. What the mammoths tell me, your workmanship was exemplary. We should be thanking you. I'm glad to hear it. The mammoths were likewise generous with their expertise, so please extend them our gratitude. All we've learned here to good use back home, and once Garlemald has regained her footing, I'll extend you the nation. In the summer, I think when the wind sweeps across the meadows to the snow-capped mountains beyond. After seeing your beautiful isle, I have a strong feeling you'll like it. I only hope that day comes soon. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. After all, we're refreshed and ready to resume our work. Till we meet again next fall. Take care. Still ready to go? Pray and wait for me by this gift. Rest assured that Tataru little rowboat shall see you safely and comfortably to your connecting vessel. Catch up with characters and through this. With this, I officially have no more guests to bring you. Thinking back, we made wonderful memories here, didn't we? With friends both old and new, near and far. I'm glad the Island Sanctuary initiative succeeded, far more precious to me than the time that we spent here together. How about you, Lexwell? Enjoying the change of pace? Nothing would make me happy if you did. No matter where the adventure leads, may your hideaway here continue to serve you for summers and summers to come. Yeah, Garlian cheese. Okay, yes. That's a high valued item. Good stuff like that. Probably. Thing. All I can think of doing is Tataru's Grand Endeavour. Right, yeah, as I said, this would be the last thing I did today. So I'm gonna call it there. Well, not today. This session. Gone for about three and a half hours almost. I've got stuff to do, but I'll be back this evening to continue on with Final Fantasy XVI. So that's the end of 14 for now, and I will catch you all a bit later. Okay. Hope everyone has a good evening, or good rest of the day, and